What a brilliant culture. What a brilliant society that we have here. I've learned so much just in sitting here for the last hour, hour and a half here. I'd really like to point out what a phenomenal turnout this is, what a brilliant event, and how great a job Fartun is doing. She's truly becoming a community leader here, and I am so proud to call her my friend. As Fartun mentioned, I'm an attorney in Minneapolis, and I'm also heavily involved in the Twin Cities community. This is a community that really has a lot to offer. They've got businessmen, businesswomen, cooks, firemen, policewomen, taxi cab drivers, doctors, lawyers, artists, and writers. But if this community is really going to succeed, we so desperately need you. It is so important that we also have you. We need you as mothers and fathers. And when I say mothers and fathers, I'm not just talking about mothers and fathers that bear children. We need mothers and fathers for an entire Somali community that can raise the entire Somali community and that can unite the Somali community with the rest of the Twin Cities. That is so very important, because if the Twin Cities is truly going to succeed, we all need to do better. And when I say we all, that includes you. And when I'm telling us to sort of all unite together, I want to let you know what I am saying and what I am not saying. I am not telling you to assimilate. How many people know what that word means, assimilation? It's kind of got it's a nasty word. It's got a nasty aura to it. It means to leave behind your culture, to lose your language, to disregard your heritage. If you assimilate, it's not just the Somali community that loses. We're all going to lose. We need to have that culture. It's what makes us different. It's what makes us unique, and we need your talent as well. It's something that will give so much to the community. Now, what I am asking you to do is include yourself. Include yourself as much as possible. As mothers or as fathers, I'm urging you to become that link between the Somali community, which is on the verge of something huge. There is tremendous talent in this community. If we could just access some of it, if we could all come together and work together, we could all do phenomenal things. And I'd like to end with telling a bit of a story here. Before I was an attorney, I was a very serious distance runner. And I lived in Northern Virginia, just down the road from George Mason University. Does anybody know here what famous Somali hero went to George Mason University? Abdi Bile! Growing up, he was one of my heroes as well. And I lived right down the road for him through his entire collegiate career. And he presently lives there and has a son who is quite a brilliant distance runner as well. But I'll tell you a story. When I was about 11 years old, I was running down the trail. And way out in front of me, I saw this tall, dark, extremely long-legged figure that was coming towards me. As I got closer, I realized who it was. It was Abdi Bile. And I said to myself, if I pass up the opportunity to run and talk with this guy, I will never forgive myself. Never. So, as I got closer to him, I stopped in my tracks, I turned around, I introduced myself, and we began running together. Now, I was so excited to be running with this world champion. I was so excited to be running with this guy that I quickened my pace slightly. And we ran together in total silence for about 2 kilometers. And then he came over to me, and he touched my shoulder as we were running, and he said, "Jacob," and I will always remember this. He said, "Jacob, it is not important how fast you go. It is only important that you go with purpose." I will always remember that, and I will always live by that.